All right, welcome back to the show. You look at that, Vinny, you look at that and you say, oh, is that from different games? Is that the season highlight from Aaron Jones? That was all the same game, man. To have a game like that is incredible. And Aaron Jones, I don't know if you know, Vinny Goodwill is a proud Detroiter. I mean, straight up Detroit. So, you kind of, put Detroit away in that game. He turned his back on Detroit years ago. It's a long story. It's complicated. But look, man, I'm so happy that you're on the show. And tell me this. Let's start off this way, Aaron. I was looking at some of your college stats at UTEP, and I'd see, hey, Aaron Jones rushed for 200 plus yards in this game. And I think in your final college game, you ran for like 300 something yards. I was
Yes,
like,
sir.
this is crazy. So
I,
what was it like? 'Cause you do that at college, but talented people can do that in college. But you essentially did something equivalent in the pros. What was that transition like for you, coming from college to the pros and just being somebody who can impact the game like that?
Definitely. It was a transition that took a little time. I feel like I came in and I was a little successful in the run game, but, as a running back, you got to be able to do multiple things, not just be able to run the ball. So over time and just continue to put in that work, I got to where I want to be, but I'm still not where I want to be, if that makes sense.
Where do you want to be?
At the top. At the top.
And what do you think it takes to get there? What do you think it takes to get there?
Continue to be consistent, day in, day out, continue to put in the hard work. As our big dog would say, Mercedes Lewis, chase the crumbs, don't chase the big meal, chase the crumbs, stay humble, and just work every day.
My question, Aaron, is, there's been a lot of running backs that come through Green Bay that have had to play with Aaron Rodgers through the years. What's that trust process been like to earn his trust? Because he seems to have a very high standard for his teammates. You can see it on his face sometimes, good in a bad way. When you guys make plays, he shows it. If someone disappoints him, he shows it. What has that earning his trust and being sort of in that closed circle? What has that been like for you throughout your career?
It's been cool, just building that relationship with him. It takes time, but it all comes in practice. Like they say, practice makes perfect. It all starts in practice. That's where that trust is gained and built at. And he trusts you out there. He'll trust you. He trusts you in the game. And so you continue to make plays. He'll start to trust you. And like I said, continue to remain consistent. And that's another thing to it, and you'll be good.
I was thinking about this, Aaron, from the beginning of the season. The conversation has totally changed. You guys had that first game against New Orleans. Everybody's thinking, oh, wow, what is going on with the Packers? They're not ready to start the season. Guys put 3 points up against the New Orleans Saints. Now the conversation's completely different. What has the process been like? I know we're only 4 games into the season, but what has that process been like from game one to where you are right now? What did that entail? Just like that whole, take us through that development and that process.
Definitely, just blocking out the noise. We know what kind of team we have. Just didn't come out to play week one. We know we have a good team, but just because we have a good team doesn't mean other teams are going to lay down. We got to come out there and play football. So we just went back to being ourselves, coming out, starting fast and being physical. And I think that's helped us a lot.
Your coach, Matt LaFleur, Aaron, came out after week one and he was like, this is an embarrassment. And he was really heavy-handed in the criticism. Aaron Rodgers was basically like, no, it's a bad game. What was the tone of the locker room? Was it, hey, we're embarrassed, we need to come back and play a little angrier? Or was it, hey, it's just one game, it's the start of the season, we're going to build this thing up? What side of the fence did you sit on from that?
I think most of us sat on the more of the angry, disappointed in ourselves side, just ready to get back out there and play the next game so we can get that ugly taste out of our mouths. Because we know what we're capable of, and we know that wasn't us. So, if you're happy with yourselves with that, then you got to go look at yourself in the mirror.
and
Man,
playing
yeah,
against the
Aaron,
Lions
I love
helps
your.
too.
You look like you're so bitter. You're bitter, man. You're still bitter. Hey, Aaron, I love your story, man. I'm just looking at your background, and I know if anybody knows about keeping it moving, it's you. You've lived all over the world with both of your parents being in the military, and I can imagine there's some things like that. You know, you make some friends, and then hey, it's time to go somewhere else. I'm wondering though, what the I know I froze out there for a second, but what I was going to say is, I'm sure there's some parts about being a part of a military family that you say, ah, man, and that's too bad. But what are some of the cool things about being a part of
Uh,
a military family that folks don't talk about?
some of the cool things, just getting to experience different cultures, moving around. You get to move to different places. I made so many different lifelong friends around the world. Uh, you learn discipline, respect, accountability, the little things in life that'll take you far. At the time, you don't know those things, but as you get older, become an adult, you understand the reason that your parents were teaching you those little small things.
Hey, does that make the transition to Green Bay and being in like a smaller town where it's basically only the Packers and nothing else? Does that make the importance of wanting to make that a home? You know, because you moved around so much, or are you just used to what people may call the NFL mentality? You may be here today, you may be going somewhere else tomorrow. So I'm just curious what side of the fence you sit on from the standpoint of like stability.
Stability. I know this league is a business, um, but at the same time, I trust in myself and believe in myself and my ability. Um, so I do have I rent here, but um, I do keep a place here around here that I call my home. Um, it's like I said, it's a business, but as long as you're handling business, you should be straight.
Tell me about this. You know, you mentioned home, and I know how important your family is to you. I thought for a second that you'd bring your twin brother on, and we could all kick it. You know, we could have a four box and have
Ah.
Alvin here too. He's always invited. But next time you come back, bring him too. It's cool. But what's it
Okay, now
like?
now I
I'm
know.
wondering. Yeah, 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 exactly. Nobody told you. Nobody gave you the memo. Um, but what's it like, fatherhood? What's fatherhood like for you? I see this light come on in you. I've seen some videos with you and your son. What's that like?
It's a lot of fun. A little mini me running around. I get to teach him everything, and he's so like no matter if you have a bad day at work, you have a good day at work. He doesn't know that you come home and he's just ready to play with dad. He's happy to see you. So, um, and I had somebody tell me this: whether you score 4 touchdowns or you score zero, or he'll have a bad game, you're still gonna have to go home and change those diapers. But I look at it as I get to go home and see my little man smiling and just enjoy him. And he's already a little athlete, so it's fun. It's fun to me.
So his first word was clearly daddy, right?
Dad, yes sir, yes sir.
We always take. Hey, and my final question for you on the way out, Aaron. I know you got to get going, but final question is going back to the beginning when you said you want to get to the top. You're not where you want to be. Getting to the top. What does that look like for you? Like when you were growing up, was there a player you looked at and said, "I want to get to where he is," or is it just not necessarily a player, just a feeling?
For
Give us
sure.
some insight on that.
My favorite running back growing up was Emmitt Smith. But I've had a lot of other running backs that I like looked at and try to model my game after. But I think the epitome of it is the gold jacket at the end of your career. If you get one of those, some of those are like those are some of the greatest players to ever play this game. So I feel like if you get one of those, I'll be right there in that company.
Gold jacket. I like it. I like it. Aaron Jones, thank you so much for stopping by. Always open. Like Vinny knows that. Vinny's got a key. You know, we'll leave a key out for you too. Just swoop on through, man. You're in the area.
Yes, sir.
Stop on by and spend time with us. We appreciate it.
Appreciate
Will
you, man.
do. Thank you.